Hello and welcome to another episode of my Productivity Mastery series. And in today's episode, I want to talk to you a little bit about why you should be restricting the number of decisions you need to make each day. Now, this is really quite simple. There is a real issue with something that's called decision fatigue. Now, we all know that Steve Jobs used to wear the same clothes every day, the black turtleneck sweater and the blue jeans and the New Balance trainers. Mark Zuckerberg is also famous for wearing the same grey t-shirt and jeans every day at work. Now, you might think this is a little bit eccentric from these two people, but actually there is a little bit of method in their madness. Throughout the day, we are faced with many decisions. One of the most classic examples are, what am I going to wear today? And another one might be, how am I going to get to work today? Am I going to take the bus, or should I take the train, or should I walk? You know, there are many decisions that we have to make. Classic ones are, what should I have for lunch today? Should I have a cappuccino, or should I have a cafe latte? You know, many decisions that we're making throughout the day. And all that day, you are actually using energy in your brain to actually make those decisions. And this is why one of the reasons at the end of the day, it becomes very difficult to make the simplest of decisions is because your decision-making part of your brain has become fatigued. Now, this can really affect our productivity, and it can seriously affect our decisions about what we're going to do the next day when we do our planning. And this is why it's really important to really restrict the number of decisions you need to make each day. Routines and habits can really help because you just automatically do those things. For example, I always have the same thing for breakfast every day. Now, for some people may say, well, that's really boring, but I'm not really a foodie, so I don't really care. I just have my 2 boiled eggs, my wholemeal toast and a banana, and that's fine for me. Of course, I always have my early morning cup of coffee too. For lunch, pretty much the same thing. Monday to Friday, I'm eating the same things. Dinner time, I eat the same things Sunday to Thursday. Friday and Saturday, I do have a break and allow myself to eat whatever I want. Now, the reason I do this is, first of all, I'm not a foodie and I don't really care. As long as I don't feel hungry, I'm happy. But secondly it's just one less decision, or actually 3 less decisions I have to make each day. Another little trick that I do is I always decide what I'm going to wear the next day, the night before. Because again, I don't want to be making the decision about what I'm going to wear. When I have a look at my calendar during my golden 10, I decide, okay, I need to be wearing more formal clothes like a suit because I'm going into the business district of Seoul. And I will just pull out the suit and the shirt and I'll just get everything ready. Likewise, when it comes to things like recording these YouTube videos, I've made the decision earlier in the week about what I'm going to record. Now, the decision about when to record is already in my calendar. I have a repeating event every Friday afternoon to record these videos. Another decision I don't have to make. And this whole thing about decision making is actually quite a really useful tip for you, because if you can restrict the number of decisions you have to make each day, the more mental energy you're going to have at the end of the day to be able to make better decisions about what you're going to do the next day. Now, as I know that sounds like a bit of a contrast or contradictory, but what it really does help is when you sit down and do your golden 10. And to be honest with you, the golden 10 is a really important part of your day. For those of you who don't know, the golden 10 is the 10 minutes at the end of the day when you collect everything that you organize, everything you've collected during the day, and then you plan the next day. What 2 objectives are you going to get done the next day? And what other 8 focus tasks are you going to try and get done the next day? And what this does is it means that you're always moving forward into your projects, your goals, and everything else that's really important to you. Now, another reason why about restricting the number of decisions you have to make is this thing about the 2 objectives per day. Now, if you only have 2 things to choose to do per day, if you make the planning done the night before, when you wake up in the morning, the decision about what you're going to focus on during that day, the 2 objectives, has already been done for you. So you can start off and go, bang, I'm going to hit that. You can leave the decision-making energy to other more important crises that happen during the day. And another way of reducing the decisions that you have to make each day is if you're faced with a long list in the projects and you're trying to decide what is the next task that I need to work on to get this project worked. A better question is, when you look at a long list of tasks that you have to do within a project, is sort of just say, which of these tasks would give me the most powerful impact on this project? And particularly just pick out the 2 tasks that you could do that would move that project further forward faster than any of the other projects, and really highlight those, flag them, highlight them, whatever, and make sure those are the 2 tasks that you do the next day. That's another thing that you don't have to decide on because you've already made the decision. And it really does allow you to get through the day with a lot more mental energy. And it's just something that I learned a long time ago. I really just wanted to share with you because I know that it works when you can find ways of reducing the number of decisions that you have to make each day. So just to sum up this in a way, choose the clothes that you want to wear the next day the night before. Have the same breakfast every day, or at least make a decision on what you're going to eat the next day before the next day. The other ones are, make sure that you've got a clear plan, a clear objective of what you want to get done that next day, so that you're not spending those kind of flaky afternoons when you're feeling a little bit down, a little bit lethargic. The decisions have already been made. It's like bang, 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 bang. And you can get an enormous amount of work done so that at the end of the day, you still feel mentally fresh so you can plan the next day. It really does work, and I hope that you'll get something from this little trick. Thank you very much for watching this Productivity Mastery series. If you do have a question that you would like me to answer in this series, please just drop it in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions for you in the video or just through the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and it just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and you would like to learn more about becoming better organized and more productive, then get yourself enrolled in my free beginner's guide to building your own productivity system. And if you'd like to learn more about how I can help you, then visit my website at carlpullein.com. All the details are in the show notes below.